Hey everyone, welcome back to PHWAP2, where we please help with a plan to do things, learn stuff, and try to be more awesome. Last Tuesday we covered the business pivot. This week we are talking about the brain. I will do my best to keep this video as simple and to the point as possible. So let's start by going over the prefrontal cortex. We will shorten that up so it's easy to remember. Prefrontal cortex equals PFC. The PFC is the part of the brain that is used when you are consciously thinking. That means when you're doing things like trying to understand or start something new, deciding between difficult choices, recalling a detail of a memory, or even trying to memorize something new, you are using your PFC. Next, for the sake of simplicity, let's assume there are only 3 levels of thinking. Level 1 is what I call one and done. That would be deleting an email or throwing away junk mail. It's something you do once and you forget about. Level 2 would be something like making dinner plans. You need to think and plan ahead of time and also remember your plans in the future. The third level would be more complicated tasks like writing an essay. The kicker is, there are studies that show every time you use this area of your brain, the PFC, your blood glucose level goes down and your performance on your next task is negatively affected. Which brings me to the main point of this video. You need to think of your brain as a limited resource. Luckily for you, attention changes the brain, and by paying attention to this video, you now understand your brain a little better. So, let's think. If we know our brain is a limited resource that is used up throughout the day, when should you take care of the most complicated and pressing issues? Yep, it's pretty obvious, in the morning. That means we must fight off the urge to do the simple tasks off your to-do list just to feel accomplished. Instead, the advice I'm going to give to you is to do the level 3 tasks first. That means doing the most complicated things first when you have the most brain power. Another benefit of this is that you're not wasting your PFC transitioning between different tasks. When you go after those simple tasks, you'd be surprised at how much time and energy you waste between finishing one task and starting another. Another piece of advice I'm going to give you off the principle we learned in this video is that you should write your to-do list the night before. Waiting to write your to-do list in the morning is wasting valuable time and precious energy from your brain at its peak levels. I understand it's not realistic to ask you to roll out of bed and immediately start tackling life's biggest problems. That's why I advise you also set up a morning routine, something you can follow every morning that gets your days started off on the right foot. Something like exercising, eating right, reading. All of those things are things you might want to incorporate into your morning routine, but everybody's different. Find out what works for you, what you want to do. Just make sure you're not spending too much time or energy in the mornings before you get to your real problems of the day. So tell me in the comment section below, does all this make sense to you? Do you have any questions? What are you going to do differently in your life? And I appreciate you guys spending the time watching this episode of PHWAP2. Stop by next Tuesday. We'll have a new topic, a new video. And if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment section below.